Carl, do you know how you pronounce it? Is it H1Z1 or is it Hizzy?
I assume
In the hizzy.
In the Hizzy.
Yeah, the first one.
It's H1Z1, I believe.
Is that like a football score for humans and zombies? I don't.
Yes. I mean, argue that the second one, by all means.
In the Hizzy.
It's less of a pronunciation minefield than Notch's 0x10, 0 times 10 to the power of the speed of light. Yeah.
It's just an unpronounceable noise.
Well, no, it's an equation. We don't actually have to solve this title for X. It's easier to say.
Hello and welcome to the Game Buzz, the weekly podcast from Dillspone.com, where we take to the previous week's news and go through it with a fine-tooth comb. I'm Matt Gardner and I'm joined once again by Jonathan Lester.
Why would I have a fine-tooth comb? I have literally no hair.
He makes a good point.
For news combing, this is the thing. It's not a hair comb, it's news comb.
No
and again, the news thing is and more to the point, we don't need a fine-tooth comb for our news. We do thick, juicy gobbets of news now.
Okay, fine. An afro comb for the news. There we go. Are you happy to... Shut up. Carl Phillips as well. Who's quite ill and could die at any point during this podcast. You sound quite a lot like a zombie, which is interesting because Sony Online Entertainment announced this week that they are doing a zombie survival horror game kind of in the vein of DayZ. It's called Hizzy or H1Z1.
You really want that to be a thing?
I really want it to be Hizzy. I really want it to be a thing. Are we excited for this, chaps? Carl, are you excited for this?
I think it's got a lot of potential. I mean, I kind of sort of go to kind of give my feelings about it at the end of the article that I did. Very sort of like illed up stupor. But yeah, basically, it's got all the potential in the world, really. I mean, it's the first time a big studio's done a zombie sandbox, really. And they're putting it in the PlanetSide 2 engine, which we know is capable of, hosting a whole bunch of people and looks very nice and has a big area. So, yeah. That's about it. We've only seen a bit of gameplay so far, so at the moment it's a lot of promises, but what they've suggested they can do, I think that Sony Online Entertainment's are the guys to be able to pull it off. But proof is in the pudding, basically.
So it's covered in custard and therefore useless.
Yep, but that slows down the zombies. That's one of the things they say. There's going to be a big crafting element. Just make custard and throw it at people.
Why has no game featured a custard gun? That would be awesome.
Yeah,
because it's only hugely useful for pudding-related gameplay mechanics and
delaying tactics.
Exactly. It could be the ultimate insult as well.
How is that going to affect a zombie in any way?
Not necessarily a zombie.
They have no custard.
Well, think about it. You're missing a wonderful trick here. It could be used for grieving people in PvP. I mean, they've already said about the full loot system, but imagine this. You shoot a guy, his leg's injured, he can't really move, just like in DayZ, and then all of a sudden the guy comes over and you think he's about to kill you, but no, instead he covers you in custard so you can't move away at all, and then all of a sudden the zombie swarm comes along and eats you.
Exactly. That is a tactical genius weapon.
Yeah.
Because
insult to injury, and it would be delicious.
It's like, not everyone's gonna get out alive, so it might as well be me, custard gun, you, and oh no.
I just failed to see the benefits over a regular gun. I think unless you're in some sort of Crumble related predicament, like Crumble
in the Crumble factory.
Maybe the zombie Rumble in the Crumble. Yeah. Maybe zombies if the zombie virus is spread by Crumble, or it's Crumble based.
Yeah.
Maybe your custard gun has legs. Maybe.
I'm the one that's ill, and I think I've killed
sorry.
Matt with Rumble in the Crumble factory.
In the fucking crumble. Sorry. I still think Custard Gun. Put it in, Sony. Sony, looking for feedback.
Yep.
Right, and we are masters of blue sky thinking. So Rumble in the Crumble. Make it happen. I do think you're right. You're right. If anyone can pull this off, Sony Online Entertainment, they have proven themselves with PlanetSide 2 that they can leverage the free-to-play model into a game and not make it shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing people might be a little bit worried about. I mean, they've said already it's going to be free to play when it eventually launches fully, but there's going to be this early access period that you can access for $20, and it's going to be one of those games that actually really benefits from that. And Smedley's already come out and tried to gather feedback via Reddit, so it's clearly going to be one of those early access processes that isn't about a swift cash grab, and is very much more about let's get a community involved and let's get some feedback coming in.
Absolutely. I mean, the other thing that they've that was a big lead up to this announcement was that it was going to be harking back to the way that Star Wars Galaxies had the ability to build towns and things like that. And I think, from what I've seen in Landmark, I mean, they're not using the same technology they're using in Landmark, but the fact that they've shown that you can build structures in that game, it shows that it can be done really, really well in hopefully it can be done well in Hizzy. So yeah, lots of potential, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going. But I think they've got all the promise in the world, and considering what I've heard about the current state of DayZ, they've got everything to lose pretty much. Sony have they've got a good foundation to build upon. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I just thought as well. I mean, technically, if you spell it out, technically it's pronounced Home Zone.
It's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Home Zone now with added Crumble.
Yeah.
Crumble.
The Home Zone.
Home Zone, home of the Crumble.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let us know, guys, if you're excited for Hizzy or Home Zone or the Rumble in the Crumble. We'll be bringing you a whole bunch of coverage on that, as we get it in, as soon as news drops, it'll be up on site. And we've contacted Zoe. Hopefully we can bring you some first-hand impressions very soon. Yep. But yeah, I think excited definitely, and also excited in case because Smedley did say, well, we are Sony, so there is a possibility maybe of this ending up making a jump to the PS4, which, do you know what? I would love to see games like this on the next gen consoles. I think it's perfect for them. These are massively connected consoles. These are going to be consoles that see the arrivals of MMOs for the first time. This sort of stuff is now supremely possible, and it's going to be lots of fun. Hopefully,
yes.
Hopefully.
Or it'll turn out to be the next War Z.
Yeah.
So
we don't talk about.
No.
But I think we trust Sony, considering how well they managed PlanetSide 2. Hopefully, there won't be several years of, oh shit, our game won't run on anything but extremely awesome gaming PCs. Now we've got to stop doing new content and just start optimizing our game properly.
Yeah, they've said one of the quotes that Smelly said actually was, if you can run PlanetSide 2, you'll be able to run H1Z1 even better. So yeah, whether that's actually true, I don't know, but that's what he said.
Definitely re-implement physics though for light.
Yeah,
trains.
that's really important. Put that back in,
especially with the fire thing. Physics with fire, trees falling everywhere, custard cooking. It's getting in
for the little nuggets of crumble.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crucially important. Okay, so from one gaming leviathan to another gaming leviathan, Nintendo had some news this week. They did a Nintendo Direct, and it was all about one game that we've actually been very excited for. We want to see this come out on Wii U and 3DS. I'm talking, of course, about Smash Brothers. Yes.
Yeah, Smash Brothers.
And it was a big, fat Nintendo Direct full of juicy details and awesomeness and some contentious bits as well.
Well, yeah, you say contentious bits. What they basically did was they came out swinging and said, well, first of all, Sakurai came out, the guy who's designed the series since its inception, came out and says, hey guys, this is what we're doing. What we're doing is we're killing the Wii U version right now. That's what we're doing. Because what he said was, right, the 3DS version is going to have all the characters in it. It's going to have a whole bunch of stages. It's going to have an amazing exclusive new mode that adds this like dungeon crawling thing exclusive to the 3DS version. And it's coming out in the summer, several months before the Wii U version does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. The fun of Super Smash Brothers comes from a bunch of people playing on the same screen. Even though the 3DS has ad hoc, you're not necessarily going to get that. You're not necessarily going to get that same fun, although admittedly, if you've all got 3DSs, you can all like throw down on the train or anywhere that you are. So it actually is still going to be great.
It really is.
It's going to be really amazing. And the thing is now I'm there thinking, you know, I'll have it on 3DS. The stages will be different, but if the Wii U version doesn't do something absolutely spectacular, or they don't purposefully withhold features from the 3DS version, it seems like everyone who owns a Wii U already has a 3DS. I'd be willing to pretty much make that bet. Like, and you're giving them the game months before the Wii U version comes out, which is at Christmas, I guess, and they'll sell a bunch of them at Christmas.
That's the thing. Do you think Nintendo maybe looked at their first party schedule for the rest of the year and went, oh crap, we don't have anything for Christmas. Quick, delay!
I don't know what happened. All I know is that they revealed Greninja.
Yeah,
who looks awesome. Like an properly amazing new fighter. More exciting than Charizard, I'd say. Don't get me wrong, I would have liked to have seen Blastoise in there. Big Blastoise fan. Or maybe Snorlax. Definitely Snorlax.
But Snorlax as well, yeah, I suppose. No, Charizard.
Snorlax, he's got it. Yeah, and he's got a great well-rounded moveset. If you're talking about Gen 1, he's got everything from like Body Slam to Hyper Beam. He'd have been perfect. And he'd have just fallen asleep. Been impossible to move. But yeah, I thought it was a great Nintendo Direct. I thought it was like super detailed, super informative. Showed us loads of really cool new features like the customizable movesets. Gave us a breakdown of the characters. But I'm super excited about it on 3DS right now, but having to wait so long for the Wii U version is a kick in the teeth.
There seems to be the trouble with a lot of Nintendo Directs, though. Like, they come out at random times, and they announce games that are just so far away.
Mm-hmm.
Or have been delayed again. Or have been... It's really difficult to build up any kind of proper hype, because, Nintendo were rubbish at it.
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that we haven't heard anything more about X as well.
Yeah, right.
Like the more that, unless it's possible they're saving that up for the E3, but damn, if we don't hear about that soon, a part of me is suspecting that that's going to be 2015 kind of territory, you know. And yeah, I'm excited for Super Smash Brothers. I can't wait to play it on my 3DS. You'll have it on your 3DS. We'll all have it on our 3DS, which you can increasingly buy for about £100.
It's the best console.
That's awesome news. It's the best console. We're all going to be buying it and playing it. It's going to be awesome. And you know what? If I trade in my Wii U, I can probably get a whole bunch of like extra games as well. So that'll be super great.
And then you can buy it back as a bundle with Smash Brothers in the wintertime.
Almost certainly.
Except almost certainly not, because Nintendo apparently just don't bundle stuff together anymore. That's awesome.
Yeah, they didn't bundle new Super Mario 3D World, did they?
No, they didn't.
No, they
didn't. Their flagship game, the best game on the Wii U, and it did not get its own. But I can't even.
No, but it's fine because it came out on the same day as the PS4, which was awesome. But the Super Smash Brothers. The thing is, the Wii U version will sell. I've been a bit facetious. It's going to sell. It's Super Smash Brothers. It's got that same screen kind of. That local fun that we all know and love. And more to the point, because the 3DS version is coming out first, I suspect that it's going to have a load of really cool 3DS connection features. That it's, a load of people have already got a 3DS, haven't got a Wii U. They get the 3DS Smash Brothers, love it, but they find that it's got loads of like cross-compatible features, like the 3DS exclusive stages, perhaps you can transfer over to the Wii U, so you've got the whole lot on there. Or you can transfer your move lists across, perhaps, your customizable move lists, or game modes, or there are special little unlocks that you can get, and they say, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to get this on Wii U now as well, and maybe go to Wii U for it. It could work for them. I'd be amazed if they didn't do that. Surely they'll do that. Won't they do that?
That would be amazing.
But then
it's
again,
something I want.
Yeah.
Is it something they're going to do? I'm not convinced by
it's
that.
one of those things that's a good idea and would be very easy to do and would make them money.
So they'll almost certainly not do it.
Like 90%
Yeah.
that they won't be doing that.
I think it's a shame as well that like Smash Run won't be on the Wii U.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, think about it. 3DS is super great. Smash Run is super great. That totally correlates.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that's the logic that was going through. And they thought, well, Wii U, you know, not selling so well. Pretty much only game of the year, Donkey Kong. So let's, like, not, you know, give it any... I'm sure it's going to have a great mode. I'm sure it's going to have a new Subspace Emissary mode that might actually be half decent this time.
Just bring back all those awesome challenge modes. Like,
Yeah, agreed.
Like, trying to get Samus around the thing, like, and getting all the targets. I love that. I actually really did. They were super awesome.
But I got to say, I was loving the look of what I saw. Like, the Wii U version looks great. The 3DS version runs at 60 frames per second. That's ridiculous. The moves look fantastic. The characters look balanced. I'm so excited about it. Like, don't let my sort of vague Wii U bashing get you down. Like, I have a Wii U and I'm going to buy Super Smash Brothers on it at some point when it comes out, if I still own it. If Nintendo give me a reason to own it between now and then. Like, I can't wait. Just out of interest, guys, what characters would you like to have seen in the next Super Smash Brothers?
Ooh.
Because there's loads of classic characters in there, but I kind of feel like there's room for, like, maybe a few more. Like, I'm surprised by a few omissions.
Well, Luke Skywalker would have been great.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker.
And EA, what? Why Luke Skywalker?
Well, he was in Rogue Squadron. You could literally do the Death Star trench run. So, definitely Luke Skywalker. And it would have been a nice way of EA to sort of like jump a little bit back in with Nintendo, maybe.
And Namco Bandai, who are developing the game. Bandai Namco, sorry. Now they have their name.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'd be an amazing, friendly kind of crucible of awesomeness. It's no, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I was thinking more video game characters might be the way to go. No, I mean film tie-ins. I mean, yeah, those are good too, I guess.
Right, because my suggestion was going to be Reggie.
Yes. Oh my God.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Yes. Just throw him in. His body is ready. That could be his move. And he starts coming and starts like doing weird zombie faces, saying he loves French food and stuff.
He just starts doing really awfully scripted banter.
Yeah.
With everyone, and everyone dies of cringe.
Yep. Knockout. Be great.
Oh, yes, Reggie is a playable character. Oh God.
Definitely.
Oh man. Oh.
Perhaps have a like.
Reggie is a video game character, basically.
Yeah. The thing is, they could like bring back previously memorable characters from E3 as well, because they've already got a working relationship with like Ubisoft. So why don't they just like bring back Mr. Caffeine?
Bring back Tobuscus.
Yeah, and Tobuscus. Yes, Aisha Taylor. Throw her in.
Oh, that would be kick-ass.
Actually, no. You know what?
Archer loving.
I was going to say just bring Archer.
That would be awesome. That would require Nintendo to network though, and like play nice with some third parties. And that.
Yeah, all he'd be able to do is like sarcasm them to death, as well.
Yeah.
If you were Mr. Caffeine though, if you were about to lose, you could just do the doobly 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 doobly. Exactly. Wind it all the way back to the start of the level. Everyone would hate you. So it's actually completely realistic.
Yep.
We've done it, Nintendo. Blue sky thinking again. Yep. You can pay us. You can pay us later when you're turning a profit again. So yeah, Smash Brothers. We're excited. We're psyched. That's going to be awesome. Do you know what else I'm psyched for?
What else are you psyched for?
The Borderlands pre-sequel.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm quite psyched for that. I'm up for that. Borderlands on the moon.
Cool.
It's gonna be good. It's just more Borderlands.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's not. The thing is, it's not developed by Gearbox.
That is the worry.
It has limited oxygen, which I think it's gonna take me a while to get sold on that mechanic. Like right now, I'm loving the Borderlands experience, but constantly having to find oxygen sources seems like a totally not fun thing to have to do in Borderlands.
That is true.
And I don't know. To me, it's desperate. This is what happens. I don't know how you're excited about this when you were not psyched about Gears of War Judgment or God of War. Bollocks.
Yeah, but let's face
again.
it.
This is exactly the same.
The Borderlands universe is vastly more entertaining than the Gears of War universe, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, it's definitely more entertaining. Like, and it's got better characters.
And that's the thing. We're going to be working directly for like Handsome Jack.
Or just Jack, I guess.
Yeah.
I think this is like back before he became like. This was back when he was like a humble programmer, I think. And like I think like maybe a real face.
Yeah.
Or like a different face, or like his actual face. So it's gonna be or something like that. It's gonna be quite interesting. I like how they've got a couple of older sort of bit characters now as playable characters as well.
Yeah.
They're tying in with the lore pretty well. I don't know, but to me, I don't know. I'm going to take a little bit convincing to see whether or not they've jumped the shark or not. Really, but hell, it's more Borderlands. We want more Borderlands.
That's the thing. Like I really like the Borderlands. I really like Borderlands as an IP, and I think like we were excited. Okay, to be fair, we were excited for the mobile game until it turned out to be utter cack. So yeah, Judgment being reserved as always, but I'm very curious to see how it pans out, and I like more Borderlands.
Shooting it and looting it.
Shooting and looting.
Shooting and looting. Skills for kills.
Shooting.
Skills for kills. So I'm pretty psyched about that.
Cool.
Yeah, but we'll have to wait until we can get it in our hands, as always, as with Hizzy. To really pass judgment on it. We can pass judgment pretty much now on Tulu Remastered, though, because yes, The Last of Us is coming to the PS4, and it's getting a nice shiny upgrade. It's going to include the DLC, and apparently, and this, I think this is the kind of selling point for it, maybe for like, you know, for fans that want it on the sort of new gen platform. Commentary as well, which is quite interesting. They're underlining even more how it's basically a film, I'd like to add. But yeah, I think that could be quite cool.
I didn't know about that.
I don't necessarily know about that. Loads of great games. Team Fortress 2 has director's commentary. In fact, that was the game that kicked it off. Like, I think it's a really fantastic feature when you use it properly. If you've enjoyed the game a few times, it's great to get a bit of feedback from the devs about what was going through their minds as they designed it. I'm quite excited about The Last of Us Remastered. I mean, I'm disappointed that Naughty Dog didn't reveal something new, that it's not a new thing, because it seems to me increasingly that like the new generation has started, but we're still kind of stuck in the last one a little bit right now.
We're massively stuck in the last one.
Seeing as we've spent ages talking about Smash Brothers, Borderlands, and The Last of Us. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit galling, I think. I mean, it's the fact of the matter is PS4 owners need more stuff to play. I mean, Infamous is cool, but Sony really still aren't bringing the big exclusives the way they will almost certainly be doing after E3. But you know, PS4 owners need something more to play. A lot of them didn't trade it in the game before the DLC pack came out. Carl, you reviewed that. That was cracking, apparently, wasn't it?
Oh, it was very
Left
good.
Behind pack.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the main story, then yeah, it was just an extra slice of loveliness or gruesomeness, depending on your.
We're seeing on. It can be both. It's The Last of Us. It's got to be both. Like,
yeah.
I was very impressed by that game. I got it with my PS3 actually. When I finally realised that I had to have a PS3, I bought that game with it. Deeply impressed with it.
I think my only concern is from the trailer that we've seen is that I'm not yet seeing what the big graphical upgrade is. It looks it looked just as good as it did on the PS3, and I mean, and that is perhaps a credit to the fact that they really pushed it out on the PS3. But I think I'm going to need to see some more side-by-side comparisons before I'm like, oh wow, they've really done a good job, if that makes any sense.
I'm just looking forward to seeing if they run like a box quote from Matt on the back saying, I think this game is crap and totally overrated.
I have never said that. I gave it an 8.
That's not the quote.
It was a good game.
That wasn't the quote. The quote was that I thought that it was a good game, but the way people go on about it, it's like it's the second coming, and then there'll be a quote from IGN saying this is the second coming. So yeah, it all plays into a narrative that would work really well, just like the last.
Yeah, here it is. Jesus.
Joel is Jesus.
Joel is Jesus.
Joel saves. Yeah. So I mean, I would honestly, if I had a PS4, I would probably pick it up just really for the multiplayer stuff. In fairness,
I was going to say like mainly for the beard.
And the beard, yeah.
But like I guess tress affecting, like
wavy beards,
wavy beard.
Yes, wavy beard. Although that thing's not a wavy beard. That's not a beard that waves. That is a solid. Man.
It's like a lump of iron.
It's like iron filings.
It's like the iron price.
The iron price for a beard.
This infected paid the iron price. Great.
I'm quite psyched for Tulu on PS4.
Yeah,
mainly because it's a new game on the PlayStation 4.
Well, yeah.
It's a new old game on the PlayStation 4. Just please, more games.
Yeah, I don't really give a damn. Like, apparently, I like The Last of Us well enough, and apparently the anti-aliasing has been much improved. Woo! But by the time I get round to getting a PS4, I'm hopefully going to be buying new stuff on it because it'll be Christmas at the earliest.
Yeah, that's no, I totally agree. I mean, like I say, it's The Last of Us. I need to see some,
a reason.
Yeah, it's a true reason. I mean, I would play it, but yeah, it's I need a real reason to get a PS4, perhaps.
Yeah.
Like Borderlands 3.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
But no, because Randy said there's no audience there enough for it. They don't know if the IP will translate.
Which basically means, we're pre-producing Borderlands 3, but it's going to take freaking ages. Is basically
that's basically it.
Yeah, it's going to cost all the money to make, so they might as well pump out a few last gen things in the interim.
Yeah, and do you know what? Like, Irrational outsourced BioShock 2 to 2K Marin, and I thought that was pretty great actually. So I think BioShock 2's got a bad rap. I'm excited about Borderlands.
BioShock 2. I think I gave BioShock 2 an 8 as well.
I think at the end of the day, I mean, we talk about the fact it might not translate, but I'm going to be playing Borderlands the prequel on PC, so who gives a damn?
Yeah. Right. Really quickly before we go, winners and losers of the week. Do we have a loser of the week this week?
My health.
Carl.
My health.
Man. To be fair, like we only really infected you to make you more sympathetic to people.
I know, and it's apparently working. I think. So that's nice.
It could have been actually no. Do you know what it's from? It's from when we played Battlefield 4 for game night, and all those bugs infected you.
Could have been.
Oh, Battlefield.
Could have been so great.
So many ribs. And majestic helicopter runs.
Ribs and bugs.
Ribs and bugs. By the time this goes live, both parts of our awesome Battlefield 4 romp will be live. Make sure you check that out.
As will the review.
Absolutely.
As will the review.
There's a review of Naval Strike DLC.
Yes. Make sure you check those out. Winner of the week? Winner of the week is Xbox 360 owners, potentially, learning that Titanfall 360 was not a bunch of crap. It was in fact really good. Well, really playable. Potentially.
I suppose that's a good backup shout if we've got nothing else.
Other winners.
There's got to be another winner, surely.
There's got to be a better winner than that.
Yeah.
Probably probably Broforce.
I'm
going to put it out there.
I mean,
Broforce then came onto early access, right? It entered early access this week and was fucking great.
So basically, what we're trying to say is that gaming is once again the winner, thanks to Broforce.
Or Broforce is the winner, thanks to gaming.
Like my life has been enriched by Broforce.
It has definitely been enriched by Broforce. Broforce is like, it's like sweet ambrosia. It's like the tastiest of custard, the crumbliest, flakiest pudding.
I think that seals it. I think the ambrosia pun seals. Like we've come full circle back to custard. It's Broforce. Your winner of the week.
Yep.
Awesome stuff. Well done, Broforce.
Well done.
Right. I might bro and play some.
So...
All right, bro for it, dude. That sounds brutally brodacious.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great. Make sure you check it out, guys. We will be playing it next week for game night. And yes, make sure you watch that as well, because there's going to be, there might be a surprise or two in there. But yes, thank you so much for listening. We will catch you next weekend for more combing through news with an afro comb, not a fine-tooth comb, as we've discussed now.
I just don't really like the whole combing metaphor. I'm not going to lie.
Do you prefer the arse diving?
No, I think Cannonball. I think we had it pretty good with Cannonball. I mean, once we've sorted out the finer points.
The arse dive.
Once it's sorted out it's not called an arse dive. It's called a Cannonball.
That's literally what it is. It's diving arse first into.
You cannot dive arse first.
You can. It's called a Cannonball.
You cannot. You can jump arse first. You can jump backwards. You cannot dive arse.
It's a dive.
It's not a dive.
It's dive. You're falling into water. It's a dive.
After you jump.
Yeah, but all dives are technically preceded by a jump.
No.
Yes.
Actually, yes, all dives are technically preceded by a jump, I guess.
And welcome to the Divecast here on dealspone.com, where we discuss the finer points of diving into news. This week, Matt argues going bum first. Is he right? Find out.
I just think if like Tom Daly actually I'm setting myself up for actually I don't know what kind of joke I'm setting myself up for here now.
Like where are you going with this?
But if he went in bum first, he would, like, the commentators would not say that was a great dive. They'd say that was a rubbish cannonball.
Yeah, that's because the rules of diving are archaic and don't account for spectacular fun dives.
That's just the most unpatriotic thing I've ever heard, man. I'll dive in heroes this day. You're saying it's not a real sport, man.
No, I'm saying that if Tom Daly wants to cannonball, he should be allowed to cannonball.
Actually, I think that might be quite. Actually, you know what? I think I agree with that message. I think maybe he should be allowed to cannonball. I think we should all be allowed to cannonball.
I think I'd want. Yeah, let's all sploosh.
And on that bombshell.
It's not a dive, though.
You're a dive. Let's go. Bye.
Bye.